What up, what up? It's your nigga Riley. Even though I'm not, because I'm not an 8-year-old and I'm not short. Okay, anyway, we're doing a Creepypasta Reading, Jeff the Killer. And I have a guest star with me, my nigga Sebastian. Don't be camera shy, just talk. You heard him. So, anyway, me and him are each gonna read a paragraph. When I'm done reading the paragraph, he reads another one, and then we just keep going. Okay, ready, go. Cold. So cold. You're not wearing any shoes and your feet are cold. Okay, we heard that like 5 fucking times already. That's your first conscious thought. Your second was the awareness that your jaw hurts, forced apart by a rubber ball. Your third was fear. Oh, good, it worked. You're waking up. The man, still blurry to your eyes, replaces the syringe on a raised tray table, then turns around, walking into the adjoining bathroom. The sound of a tap running fills the room. I know what you're thinking. Well, going to be thinking. Once your head clears, and don't bother. You're not going anywhere for a while. The side of your arm and the back of your neck both ache horribly. The last thing you remember was being in the elevator on the way up to your apartment, 3rd floor. He walks back in the room, though you cannot see him very clearly from the corner of your eye. Obviously, he's not trying to hide. As he walks around to sit on the stool in front of you, he's as nondescript as they come, wearing some bought clothes, faded blue jeans, washed, grotesque black band t-shirt, like one might buy at Hot Topic. His hair is a bit shaggy. A trim could do him good. His eyes are the only thing really off about him. They're a soft red, like an albino's. They call me Jeff. He picks up the syringe, a glass and metal one that you may see at an antique store or a museum. He squirts the rest of the liquid in, I can't read, in it into a rag and puts the syringe into his pocket. Don't bother screaming or I'll kill you. He reaches forward and spins you in the chair. It's an office chair. Yay, I love spinny chairs.
Okay. In the spinning chair, get a good look.
No.
Oh, shit. Oh. In the spinning, you get a good look at the room. It's your average college student apartment. One room with a deadbolt and chair front door. A futon is rolled up Japanese style. Leaning in a corner, a small metal computer desk with a glass top and a closed laptop sitting on top of it. Another corner. The power supply is curled up neatly underneath it. The cord bounded with whatever that shit is. You feel a tugging at the gag in your mouth as he unbuckles it. Okay, that's weird. The ball gag falls out of your mouth and you sputter, flexing your jaw and cursing harshly. Your mouth is dry and tacky, tasting of rubber. He swivels the chair back around. The same piercing gaze meets your eyes which you glare into angrily.
Why the fuck am I here? You shout. And before you can flinch, the flat edge of a scalpel is placed to your throat. Now, what did I tell you about shouting? Let's use your inside voices, please. He takes the scalpel away, placing it onto the tray table. No, to answer your question. You're here because I want you to be. You're alive because I'm bored. And you better not make me bored enough to find something better to do than talk. His eyes had deepened to a darker red. He hadn't blinked the entire time, nor had his expression shifted from the blank look he'd been giving you the entire time you were here. Fine, so what the fuck do you want me to do? You spit at him, temper getting the best of you. He hoped he couldn't sense fear in your voice. Okay. But of course he could. You knew he would smell it like a guilty child coming home, reeking of cigarettes. Now, there's no sense getting angry, and profanity just shows how limited your vocabulary really is. Fuck you. He continues staring at you. Now that was just rude. He stands up, walking to the back of the office chair, pulling backwards, the wheel squeaking on the thick carpet. Wait, where are you taking me? You struggle against your bonds. No use. Thick leather cuffs, tight as second skin. He pulls you into the bathroom and swivels you to look at the shower. You have to bite back your scream. Beautiful, isn't it? A lump of flesh that was once a person, limbs severed and stacked neatly by the torso, wrapped into a bundle with a length of intestine, blood pooled around it. Cliché. And the face, its eyes gouged out and tongue pulled neatly through a cut in the throat. Chest carved like a Thanksgiving ham, skinned neatly. The skin scraped clean of the flesh and hung from the shower curtain rail. That is the most cliché kill in the world. I would have thought you would appreciate it. You gag, but you manage to spit it out. What the fuck are you talking about? Your computer. You have pictures of my work and others. You post them on image boards, forums. Those are a joke. They're. You struggle for words, even as he sits on the edge of the tub and stares, waiting for an explanation. They're just for kicks, for fun. You nod furiously. No, they're not. He reaches down to scoop out a big of gore from the bathwater and holds it up to you. It's a blue eye with a red nerve running from the back down his red-stained wrist. Funny, isn't it?
As he says, laughing, you wretch, but there's nothing in your stomach to throw out. You settle for glaring at him. Once the retching stops, you're a monster. He grabs you by the chin with his other hand. Maybe I am. His expression changed distractedly from a blank stare to a rictus snarl. But maybe you're the monster. You don't see things online and in television and don't think of them as people. Every single person with their throat cut with their face caved in a baseball bat. There are people that.
He turned your head to look at the corpse. That was a person, living, breathing, and thinking. And if you were to find this on an image board, you'd save it to your gore file and laugh about it yourself. He dropped the eyeball in the water, where it fell to a plop. You're just as much as a monster as I am. The difference between us is that I don't find this funny. Well, I do. He shoves you away, and you fall backward, tied to the chair and unable to right yourself. Hot tears course down your cheeks, partly from the force of your wretches and partly from Jeff making you now know that in truth you are no worse than him. He rights you and reaches for the sink. A butcher knife, bloodied and dripping, rests in it. You prepare for the end, but he cuts you free. Your wrists ache as he places the knife in your hands. Your heart aches as he points at the corpse. Cut out his heart. Cut it out and prove that you're just as sick as I am. You find yourself doing just that. Why? Your bare feet settle into the water as you straddle the body, stabbing into the middle of the body's chest again and again. Eyes blurred by tears and the blood that flies from the torso into your face. Black dot, white dot, black square. You gasp, shooting bolt upright in bed. A scream ripping its way from your throat. You pant, looking around at the familiar view of your small apartment. After a few minutes, your small apartment. Oh, dang it. You, your turn in bed, and you turn in your bed and rub your face with both hands. Your mouth tastes tacky, nasty. Morning breath. You chuckle hesitantly and check the clock. 12. You slept. You slept in. You need to call in to work and tell them you were sick. You felt sick. That was the weirdest fucking dream you've had since you were a little kid. Your hands are even shaking. Remember the stories you'd read on the internet. A flare of doubt forms in your mind.
You walk into the bathroom and toss the shower curtain aside. No rope cut, no rotting corpse. Greeting you in a loving embrace. You laugh at yourself. It's just a dream. You turn to the sink and run the cold water splashing into your face with your hands. Your shaggy hair collects in your eyes until you pull it aside. A down, strip down to get a shower. Afterwards, you walk through the apartment to your mini fridge, intending to get a beer. You pull the door open and stare in surprise. They're neatly covered with plastic wrap. On a plastic plate is a human heart with raging bite ripped out of it. Holy shit.
Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. So I will see you for another creepypasta reading.